United States of America is the only world-leading superpower, and its omnipresence can be felt from Beijing to London. Ever since Pax Britannia ended, Pax Americana has taken the crown of global hegemon, and the USA has shaped the world as we know it over the past century. These are 5 reasons why the USA is a superpower. Number 1. Military. Let's begin with the most visible and obvious component of the USA's power, the US military, including the Navy, Air Force, Marines and Army. This force is the highest funded in the world and tips the spear in technological advancement, with much of the new military technology also originating in the USA. For a long time, the USA was the only country on Earth that was capable of fighting 2 wars at the same time. This military might is also known as hard power, which is the opposite to soft power. For example, if the USA did not want to use a diplomatic soft power route, it has the choice of sheer force by using its armed forces to achieve its objectives. This is a card many other countries would not dare use, as they simply don't command enough hard power to be taken seriously. This military hard power is a symbol of national pride and prestige that allows the US to carry out plans and uphold its ideals, whether that be deterring others' territorial ambitions, defending allies, or removing regimes they deem inappropriate or tyrannical. Number 2. The economy. You can't have a pumped up armed forces without having a ton of money. The US economy has a ton of money, $18 trillion worth of domestic trading, consumer and export economy. This is larger than any other country on Earth and is likely to continue to grow for over another 100 years. Because the USA has an increasing population and an advanced technological economy. Everyone knows that money speaks, and that money most definitely equals power in this world we live in. So as the USA has the most money, it therefore controls the most power. This doesn't only come in the form of a pumped up military, it also means others want a piece of the pie and will gravitate towards you for trade, leading to favourable trade deals for the USA. And it also allows the USA to have a huge say in creating and regulating global rules and institutions linked to trade and cooperation. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency and is seen as a safe haven currency around the world that governments gladly hold on to and that businesses utilise for easier international trade. The world reserve currency is a huge advantage for US businesses and consumers, as they find it much easier to secure loans, and the purchasing power of the average citizen remains high, as they can buy cheap foreign goods with a strong US dollar. Number 3. Culture. The strong cultural presence of the USA has reached nearly all people of the earth, except maybe the Samoans and some Amazonian tribes. US-style capitalism dominates the world, and what some refer to as the global economy. The large US population allowed for a flourishing domestic consumer market that eventually went global and brought us many of the corporations we love, such as McDonald's, Ford, Apple, Google, and Microsoft, just to name a few. The US dominates in technology, fast food franchises, video games, music and film. All of these modern industries are consumer focused and international. As a result, for decades local cultures across the world have either been replaced or morphed into an American mishmash hybrid of their original culture plus a bit of Yankee. The most important result of the cultural dominance is the soft power that comes with it. This allows for a more effective diplomacy with other countries, allowing the US to get what it wants. A second major benefit is the attraction of the world's best minds to the world's best entrepreneurial and educational hotspots, ensuring more dominance to come in the future across many industries. Number 4. Geography. This is the USA. It is big. It is not just big, it is also central in the North American continent. Within the USA, they have enough farmland to feed a population much larger than they already have, and also they have access to 2 coasts to conduct trade with both Europe and Asia via the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. But that isn't the major advantage. What's major is that they are surrounded by no other country in North or South America that can match their power. This means that effectively all these countries on some level find themselves in an American sphere of influence. For instance, the USA may have an upcoming water shortage problem, but it's very unlikely Canada would not cooperate with the US government by sending water down south, as if they didn't, who knows what the USA might do. The USA's central location and power gives them control and influence over North America's resources and policies. Being a lone power in North America importantly allows them freedom to roam. The USA can focus on Europe, the Middle East and Asia at the same time, without even a second thought of North or South America. This is a luxury that Britain or Germany never had when aiming to be a global superpower. Number 5. Institutions. Since the end of World War II and the fall of the Soviet Union in the 90s, the US became the world's only superpower. It used its influence to mould the new global order using economic institutions across the world that have a heavy US influence, and also by enlarging the most powerful alliance in the world, which is known as the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The global and regional institutions maintained their American/Western ideals of trade and capitalism, and the NATO allies have often helped the USA fight wars, some of which were also extremely unpopular. Yet the historical alliances between governments prevailed and led to a loyal, tight-knit alliance that the US can rely on to this day. The United States has grown into the most powerful country in the world, using its influence to shape the current global order. However, its influence is waning, as emerging regions such as Asia grow in economic power. Already, a Chinese-led Asian investment bank has been created in opposition to the United States world order. The question that faces the USA is, when it no longer controls the highest amount of economic power, can it still rely on its European allies to stand united and hold off the rise of the rest and their desire to create their own economic world order? Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and share this video to support Nutty History, and subscribe for weekly videos. If you have an idea for my next video, leave it in the comments below. Thanks again guys, and I'll see you soon.